week's environmental segment. There is a lot going on recently due to these climate changing times, but there's a reason to stay optimistic. On Monday, over 190 nations gathered in Lima, Peru to talk about a serious worldwide matter, the irreversible damage caused by greenhouse gases.
Organized by the United Nations, the meeting aims to come to an agreement by December of 2015, when the world leaders will soon meet in Paris.
Rahinja Pakari, leader of the UN's panel of climate change experts, told delegates human influence on the climate is clear.
Scientists are coming together and warning that there's no way that we have a chance to reverse the warming trend by continuing business as usual and taking this matter lightly.
So, what would changing business be like? That would require a sustained and permanent worldwide shift from fossil fuel to renewable energy sources. The technologies are available now, and all we need is a call for an immediate lifestyle transition.
Electric cars and solar panels contribute greatly in reducing individuals' carbon footprint. With that being said,
Ashley and I had the chance to sit down with a Santa Clarita resident and pioneer of the clean energy lifestyle, Robert Williams.
The Tesla is a wonderful car, 85,000 watts, which is significant because you can go places. It's got a range of 265 miles. Tesla has charging stations coast to coast, so you can go coast to coast and recharge in what they call their superstations. And the significance of the superstation is it takes 45 minutes to recharge. And you think, well, what am I going to do? Sit there for 45 minutes? But it really hasn't worked out that way. It's an adventure. They're always located by either shopping centers or someplace interesting. And after driving 260 miles, you're ready to get out and rest a little bit. Nice restaurants and so forth. It's worked out great.
So, if you're like myself and you want to be run by the sun, but a Tesla's not exactly in your price range, you'll be happy to hear that Tesla's proposed power plant will decrease the cost of production dramatically in the near future.
Since we bought that car, we put in a solar system in our home here. And we are what's called net zero. That's a technical term for saying that those panels produce exactly the amount of power that we consume. So our energy bill is nothing, 85 cents a month is what our electric bill is. And that includes charging the car. So essentially that car runs on the sun, so we don't buy gas.
For Cougar News, I'm Lindsay Maxoutopoulis.
over the last 100 years, Santa Clarita has developed into the urban sprawl that it is today. From empty fields and plains, tall buildings now take the space. But what about biodiversity and the natural landmarks that are lost? Farah Sudani gives us an update on open land space that remains here in Santa Clarita.
Along with rising energy demands and a growing population, land conservation is a dire issue threatening our future today. The city of Santa Clarita has shaped up from nothing but plains and fields to clusters of malls and family residences in less than 100 years. Although the development of Santa Clarita has come at a rapid growth, the city has taken steps to promote the conservation of open land. Excluding the recent 400 acres the city has put aside as open space preserves, Old Glory is a natural landmark that has been protected from planned development. Old Glory holds the Guinness World Record for largest tree transplanted at 458 tons.
Over by the 126, they have a new housing plan to make a bunch of houses over there. But I love that drive because it's scenic and you see, the grass is so green, there's cows, there's all sorts of animals, and it's nice. You get away from the freeway, you get away from all the congestion of LA, and you just get to drive up the coast, and it's nice. But if you put all these houses up there, then it's going to become more congested and traffic-y, and it's not good. So for land purposes, I like having that open and available without all the houses and communities. And we have enough houses in Santa Clarita.
For Cougar News, I'm Ferris Sudani.
What the frack? We're going to bring up a very sensitive topic, fracking.
Lindsay and I attended the Future of Fracking in Ojai, Chautauqua that covered all aspects of fracking with no political agenda.
Shocked that people actually want to show up and learn about hydraulic fracturing. So this is testament to your curiosity too. So I think it's great, and frankly, the fact that people are excited and want to talk about energy for an energy lawyer like me is just totally exciting, because normally you'd all be asleep in 5 minutes.
A geologist named Craig Nicholson found a study on the risks of oil field waste injection at UCSB.
California, where the largest number of wells associated with fracking and waste disposal occur. And the rate of earthquake activity in California, since about that time, the rate of earthquake activity has diminished since about 2001.
And Nicholson believes fracking doesn't have an effect on the earthquake status. Many still oppose this. The oil industry has been untrustworthy because of the little amount of statistics and facts up to date.
Coming from politics, Henry Stern has first-hand experience working with regulators and the regulations of fracking. He explained that the oil regulators have said that fracking is not a permeable event.
Basically, about 90% of the oil drilling in this county happens without any discretionary review. And what that means is that laws such as the California Environmental Quality Act kick in. There's no public transparency. The public doesn't know beforehand where this is happening.
You're right. And also, waste management soon turns into water management.
Surprisingly enough, elected officials don't know what is occurring. The only information is coming from oil agencies, which already are mistrusted. Although Quast claims they are becoming more transparent. 1/4 of wells are fracking.
This leads us to the expense of $400 billion used towards fracking. Crazy to think about, isn't it? And wells are using an estimated 4.4 million gallons per single well. I thought we were in a drought.
At least our valley got some rain this week.
That's good for Mother Earth, and here are some other ways to take care of the planet.
A rewarding way that you can give back is to be conscious of your containers and cans.
Not only can you make a few bucks off recycling, you can also contribute greatly to energy reduction.
Tossing away an aluminum can wastes as much energy as pouring out half of that can's volume of gasoline.
But did you know that recycling just one aluminum can saves enough energy to run your television for 3 hours? Even the simplest actions can help drastically.
Also, you'll be surprised that it takes 24 trees to make just 1 ton of non-recycled paper. That's a lot of precious oxygen that could be benefiting our atmosphere.
Thanks, guys. Back to you in the studio.